Hello everyone, this is Fatela Lohar, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication at Engineering College, Alawar. Lecture 15 is prepared for Radar and TV Engineering for 8th semester AC student. In this lecture, we will going to discuss the Dts TV system. In last lecture, we have discussed the digital TV system. So we have discussed the digital TV transmission section and digital TV receiver system. Okay. So DTS TV, direct to home television. Okay, basically this is the kind of the satellite television system. Okay, so DTS is also known as DBS TV, direct broadcast satellite television technology. DTS refers as receiver of the satellite signal on the TV with personal dish in a individual home. In this system, geostationary satellite is used. The satellite compresses the signal digitally, encrypt them, and then there are DIMMs from high power geostationary satellite. They are received by the dishes that are given to the DTS consumer by DTS provider. Okay, so basically this is the kind of satellite TV system. The broadcast, programmer channel send the signal to the broadcast at Earth station, and broadcast send the signal to the geostationary satellite. Okay, and geostationary satellite receive the signal from the broadcast and amplify all channel signals, and then send toward the Earth in particular area. So user receive signal through the this antenna. Okay, these signals. So we discuss in detail the working of DTIs. There are the 5 major components are needed to work DTS system. These are: first is programming source. Okay, satellite TV provider get programming from 2 major sources. Okay, first is international and second is local. International turnaround channels such as the HBO, ESPN, and CNN, Star TV, Set B4U Extra. Second is local channels Set B TV, Sahara TV, Doodles and Extra. Most of the turnaround channels also provide programming for cable television. Okay, this type of channel also available in cable. Okay, so sometimes some of the DTS platform will add in some special channel exclusive to itself to attract more subscriber. Turnover channels usually have distributions center that beam their programming to a geostationary satellite. Okay, broadcast center uses large satellite dishes to pick up this analog and digital signal from several sources. Okay. First we have discussed programming sources. Second thing is broadcast center. The broadcast center is the main part of the whole system. Basically, is received all the signal, all the channel from the different programming centers and transmit to the satellite, geostationary satellite. Okay, the broadcast center is the main part of the whole system. It receives the signal from various programming channels. This center cover all of this programming into a high quality in uncompressed digital stream. Okay, at this point the stream contain a vast quality of data, about 270 Mbps for each channel. In order to transmit the signal from there, the broadcast center has to compress it, otherwise it will be too big for the satellite to handle. The provider use the MPEG to compress video format. By using MPEG to compression, the provider can reduce the 270 Mbps stream to about 3 or 10 Mbps, depending on the type of the programming. This is the crucial step that has made DTS service a success. With digital compressor, a typical satellite can transmit about 200 channels. Without digital compressor, it can transmit about 30 channels. Okay. Without compression, we can transmit approximate 30 channels, but with compress 200 channel we can transmit. At the broadcast center, the high quality digital stream of the video goes through a MPEG to encoder, which converts the programming to MPE to video of the correct size and format for the satellite receiver in our house. Second thing is encryption and transmission. After the video is compressed, the provider need to encrypt it. Encryption scrambles the digital data in such a way that it can only be decrypted, converted back into the usable data. If the receiver has the correct decoding satellite receiver with the decrypting algorithm and security keys, when the signal is compressed and encrypted, the broadcast center beam it directly to the one of the satellite. The satellite pick up the signal, amplify it, and beam it back to the earth, where viewer can picks it up. Okay. Second thing, this. Third thing is this. A satellite dish is just a special kind of the antenna designed to focus on a specific broadcast sources. The standard dish consists of a parabolic bowl-shaped surface and center feed phone. To transmit a signal, a controller sends it through the horn, and this focuses the signal into a relatively narrow beam. The dish on the receiving end can't transmit the information, it can only receive it. In case of broadcast channel, the dish can be received and transmit the signal. Basically, at broadcast channel, the dish receive the signal from the different programming center and sent to the geostationary satellite. But at user receiver, the dish only the receive the signal. It can't transmit the signal to the satellite. The receiving dish work in the exact opposite way of the transmitter. When a beam hits the curved dish, the parabola shape reflects the radio signal inward into a particular point, just like a concave mirror. Okay. At receiving dish, the signal is incident on the surface of the parabola, and it reflects from the surface of the parabola and focus a particular point on the dish. And at this point, we add some electromagnetic wave detector. So it detects the signal and send to the TV receiver. The receiver, the component in the entire satellite TV system is the receiver. Receiver has four essential work. It descrambles the encrypted signal in order to unlock the signal. Basically, this is depend on the package. Okay, channel package. If we have the channel package authorities for all channel, then we can receive all channel. Otherwise, we only receive the particular channel which have already in our package. It describes the encrypted signal. In order to unlock the signal, the receiver need to proper decoding chip for the programming package. The provider can communicate with the chip via the satellite signal to make necessary adjustment to its decoding program. The provider may occasionally send signal that disrupt the illegal decryptable as an electronics countermeasure against illegal user. For the illegal user, the channel provider send the a token key ECM to detect the illegal user, to use the unauthorized channels. It takes the digital MPEG-2 signal and convert it into an analog format that a standard television can recognize. Since the receiver is split out only one channel at the time, we can't tape one program and watch another. We also can't watch two different programs on the two TV hook up to the same receiver. In order to do these things, which are standard on the conventional cable, we need to buy an additional receiver. Some receivers have the number of the other features as well as they pick up the programming schedule signal from the provider and present this information in a on-screen programming guides. Many receivers have parental lookout option and some have built-in digital video recorder, okay, which let we pause live television or record it on a hard drive. While digital broadcast satellite service is still lacking some of the basic feature of the conventional cable, for example, the ability to easily split signal between the different TVs and VCR. It is high quality pictures, very programming selection and extended net service area make it good alternate for the some. Okay, so this is basically a satellite television system. Okay, this is the basic working. There are the four component. First component is the programming source, second component is the broadcast channel, third component is encrypted encryption and transmission section, or fourth component is this. Okay, and fifth component is basically TV receiver. Okay, so from the programming source send the signal to the broadcast center. Okay, and broadcast center the signal is encrypted and transmitted to the satellite, geostationary satellite, and satellite is amplify all the channels, okay, and sent to the earth. And this is a two type of dish used for the signal receiving and transmitting. In case of the broadcast channel, broadcast center use that big dish have large power capability. It send the signal to the satellite. Okay, it transmits signal to the satellite. But in case of the user dish antenna, it only receives the signal from the satellite. Okay, and for the TV receiver, okay, TV receiver basically receive the particular channel as per the packaging